Aaron, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what your opinion is on this. Apologies for Chad if he has already said this many times. What is your opinion regarding logos and watermarks? Watermarking
Ooh.
specifically.
We did touch on this a bit ago, but
Okay.
I don't. It depends on the genre of photography.
Really?
They work for sports, journalistic kind of stuff. You got to get images out right away, and
Okay.
putting them out there on socials. I see the importance of having them so that your name is out there, you get the credit. But as far as like stuff that I do, things like that, I don't like it. I don't watermark my stuff. If I was a surf photographer, which I did back in the days, I did have a watermark and I would throw it on there so people recognize who took it, who did it. Watermarks can even add to the image. With this one in particular, because I've seen Gavinus's so much, this is just his kind of signature, so I just blaze past it anyways. So what do you think about watermarks?
I have a very strong opinion about watermarks.
Let's hear it.
I might lose some people in chat. I hate watermarks. I'll tell you guys why. Once you start adding, and this is again personal preference, blah, blah, but once you start adding text into a photo, now we're not just looking at the photo. Now we're looking at text on a photo as well. I've never seen a watermark that's looked so subtle, and if it does look really subtle, it's almost like, why is it even there kind of thing. So I think it's a bit of a lose-lose. If you think of any, and maybe this isn't a good reason for a lot of people, but just think of our predecessors in photography, all of the icons in any kind of genre you're thinking of, there was never watermarks. And obviously they lived in a different period, but it's like Richard Avedon. Imagine if Richard Avedon had a watermark in his photos. Like it becomes now almost like a magazine editorial, because that's where we see words and letters and pictures. It's in magazines. So that's how I feel about it. I think if someone's gonna steal your photo or take away your credit, they're gonna do it anyway without a watermark. And most watermarks are very easy to get rid of.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. I would never watermark my images, and once you put it online, you just have to accept that your baby might get stolen, or people might not know where the image is coming from if it's on some other social media. It's kind of the risk.
And
But
here's the
that's
thing
that's my
too,
opinion about
is
it.
if someone steals your stuff, removes the watermark, and then it's like, no, I have the image, it has a watermark. Who's to say that they can't argue like, no, you just put that there. You just put that you
That's
just
a good
added your
point.
watermark.
That's a great
You know what I mean?
point.
It's just like a back and forth. And I did want to touch on that because I feel like our predecessors didn't share their stuff digitally, so they didn't have to
I know.
deal with that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I am like, have you seen it in Ansel Adams photo watermarked before? Did he
It
freaking watermark
changes,
stuff?
and I get it, and I'm reading Ray's comment. Awesome. I'm glad that it has saved your images, It's just, it's one of those things where it ultimately always distracts me from the experience of a photo.
Yeah, he
at the end of the
signed
day.
the back, but that's the key. It's unseen on the photograph. And I think if it comes down to it, we're trying to prove who took it or not. It's not going to come down to who put the watermark on first.
Yeah.
You're going to go into your PC and go into the details of that. You know what I mean? Or that's going to show more proof than just the watermark itself. So I like I said, I think it's useful in the situations if you're a sports photographer or something like that. It definitely helps to get your name out or to give you attribution. But outside of that, I don't see. I align with you. I don't see a purpose for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ansel Adams had some super interesting, meticulous darkroom notes. Yeah, but those weren't. Yeah, but those darkroom notes weren't on the actual print, right? Is that what you're saying, right? Anyway,
Very
sorry.
interesting. What if there was a photographer from like the freaking 1800s? When did the camera come out? 1800s, 19? I don't know.
1880 something, I believe.
What if they did put like their name on a board in every photo? They're like, hold on, and they go run, put their name on their board in the scene, and then take a shot, and then it's watermarked. I don't know.
Funny, like they had a piece of paper and they did their signature and they put it in the actual subject, like in the actual picture. That's hysterical. Imagine that would be so funny. Um, yeah, I guess in the day, what film photographers had were negatives, as Gary has also pointed out. So that's like the go-to proof. But I think just in the digital landscape that we're at, if someone's gonna steal it, someone's just gonna steal it. And I feel like it's gonna be, I think it's more of a problem if someone's trying to steal exactly another photo you did, like to its composition, to its lighting, to its coloring, like exactly. That to me is like, but you can't really go to court with someone who does that though, right? So.